Hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Jody here, and I'm so excited. Today is the day we are going to be talking about simplifying, streamlining, and scaling with CRM automation, and we're getting started right now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off my countdown timer. All right, just give everybody just a couple of minutes to hop in here, whether you want to grab a coffee or, you know, just kind of chill, come on and hang out. And hopefully you all have your workbook. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off and I'm going to bring the workbook up and we're going to get started in just a second. But as you're rolling in here, just say hello. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Give me some comments here. And I'm just going to quickly check over here the comments. All right. Okay. All right. So again, you guys, welcome to the Simplify, Streamline, and Scale with CRM automation. And I'm so excited that you're here today. So I cannot see the comments right at the moment. Let me just take a quick peek here. It's hard to see everything when you're trying to do all of the technology. Hey, Rega, awesome. Thank you, thank you for tagging everyone. And Raga, if you have anyone who joined, who registered for the workshop, and they're actually on Facebook, and like that they're on Facebook, if you want to go ahead and tag them, let them know that we're starting, that would be amazing. And Raga is going to be ready at the end of the workshop because I have lots of bonuses, and I'm going to be giving away some things at the end. So we're going to be sharing some links. All right. So let me know if you guys have any questions at all in the meantime, but we're going to go ahead and get started. But I'm so excited that you're here today. So whether you are brand new to CRM tools or maybe you're just dabbling in those a little bit, then you are exactly in the right place today, because today is really going to be about helping you simplify the back end of your business, where it's going to really just save you some hours of time and even open up some new revenue opportunities by offering automation as a service to your clients. All right. So, and again, before we dive in, if you can just do me a favor, drop a quick hello in the chat and let me know where you're tuning in from, because I love to see how far and wide this community actually reaches. All right. So we do have Raga in here. Is that Jeanette that I see in here? Hello, hello. Good afternoon. It's the last week in September, you guys. Isn't that crazy? All right, I'm just going to go ahead and check my comments real quick, you guys, and make sure. Hello, hello, Jeanette, and hello, Rega. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Great, great. I see lots of you in here today. I'm so glad that you're here, you guys. I just wanted to check in and see and make sure that we're all engaged here. And you know what? Make sure that you're giving me some fire and some comments here, so that we can keep this engaging. And if you have any questions about CRM, you guys, now is the time to ask about it, okay? This is all about simplifying, whether you are, maybe you're someone who is looking to become a virtual assistant, or you are a virtual assistant and you want to offer CRM services that so you can increase your rates, or you're a solopreneur, or a new startup and you don't have your systems in place yet, then you are in the right place as well. All right. Because this is for anybody who needs a CRM system, which is pretty much everybody. All right. So, for those of you who haven't met me yet, my name is Jody Marvin. I'm also known as the Automation Diva, and I help virtual assistants and solopreneurs simplify their businesses with automation so that they can actually work less and earn more, and actually learn to love their business. All right. And here's what I'm going to cover today. So, we're going to talk about how to set up a CRM that actually works for you and not the other way around, how you can streamline your client management and your follow-ups without dropping the ball. Okay. It's really, really super important to get those workflows built in, so that it helps you with the follow-up, right? Because we can't remember everything. We're all busy people, right? Also, how to build simple funnels and automations that save you time and they help you grow. Okay. So important. And you don't have to be super techie for all of this stuff. Okay. So if you're in here, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do all this. Yes, you can. You just have to learn some of these skills. All right. So again, whether you're a virtual assistant who wants to set up their own systems first, and that's really what I highly recommend, is you set up your own systems first as a virtual assistant and you learn those and then you offer those to your clients. Okay. And then again, if you are an entrepreneur or a solopreneur, then come on in here and you can learn how to DIY it yourself, right? You can learn how to set up your own systems. And also, A great thing in our community is that you not only can you learn how to set up your own systems, but I also have virtual assistants who know how to do CRM. So if you need one, then that's what our community is for. All right. So there's lots of great resources in here. Okay, so um, I'm pointing to my screen over here, but this is the workbook. All right, and there's going to be an agenda in here, and um, I just want to give you a little incentive to stay with me until the very end, okay? And I'm going to try to keep this to about an hour or so or less, all right? Because I know that everybody's busy. But if you stay to the very end, I've got some bonuses that you're going to love. There is actually 30 days free access to what's called the Divas Vault, and it's all in your workbook as well, okay? There's also a 14-day free trial of Social Connector, and that is the platform that I am training you on today, okay? It is an all-in-one platform, and I finally found my home after jumping, like platform jumping for 2 years. And it's amazing and it's affordable and it really does help you get your systems and your automations in place. So I have a 14-day free trial of that I'm going to give you at the end. And I also have a beautiful email marketing guide that I am throwing in as a bonus today, just for showing up here today, okay? Because I know that your time is valuable and sometimes it's not easy to show up to these lives. All right. So trust me, you're not going to want to miss any of this. All right. So I'm just going to encourage you to just stay focused just for the next 45 minutes. Grab your workbook. And if you don't have your workbook, just a notebook is fine. If that's easier for you. And then we'll definitely get started. Okay. All right. So in the workbook, there's just a little welcome section. You're going to know a little bit about me, what we're learning about today. Like we just talked about it, streamline your client management, automate your repetitive tasks, save hours every single week, and scale your income without burnout. Okay. That is the goal in this workshop. All right. So we're going to just get started right away. All right. And I am going to, let me see, make sure that I can see the comments in here, you guys. Where is my chat? Where is my chat? There's my chat. See how we're doing. So I'm streaming with not StreamYard. I'm streaming with a Restream today. So I may not be able to see your name unless you're on YouTube. All right. So I do want to check some other areas here. All right. So we got Lisa's tagged and Karsten is tagged. All right. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Rega. Yes, Jeanette is a new startup. Awesome, Jeanette. So you're perfect. You're in the right spot then. Amazing. So we'll keep this short for you guys today, all right? Because I know that we all got things to do and we're all busy. All right. So I am on page 3 of the workbook, and we're just going to start with the foundation, okay? So we're going to talk about what the heck is a CRM. Because some people are, what is that, right? I talk about that, and it's like, that's an acronym. Come on, tell me what that really is. So what that stands for is customer relationship management. Okay. And you can, write that down in your workbook if you have that printed, or just write it down, jot it down in your notebook. And all that is really is just a fancy way of saying that it's basically the system that helps you keep track of your clients, keep track of your tasks, and your business activities all in one place. Okay. That's basically all it is. It's very, very simple. All right. Now, here's why it's such a game changer for virtual assistants and service providers. Okay. The first is, and you can see this right in your workbook, number 1 is client communications. Write that down right in your workbook. Okay. Client communications, number 1. Think of all the time that you spend sending reminders and following up or chasing down emails. Okay. So with the CRM, that all becomes automated. All right. Your emails, your follow-ups, and all of your reminders can actually all go out with you lifting a finger, right? You do have to do some work on the front end, but after that's done, it's all set up for you, and it's like it's doing it on autopilot. Okay. So just imagine your system sending out don't forget about our call tomorrow, right? Like an email while you're sipping on coffee, right? And you don't have to remember to manually follow up on that. Number 2 is task management. Okay. No more sticky notes, no more scattered Trello boards. CRMs actually help you automate your task assignments and tracking so that nothing falls through the cracks. Okay. And number 3 is sales and marketing. And this is actually really huge. Your CRM system can actually nurture leads through funnels. It will manage campaigns for you, and it can even track your sales conversions automatically. And it's really important to track those conversions, okay, and to know what your numbers are, all right, so you can make informed decisions on where to take your campaigns next. Number 4 is customer service. And even if you're just a one person show, you can look like you have a team. You really can, because your CRM can send automated responses and create ticketing systems and just make sure that your clients never feel like they're ignored. Okay. They're being taken care of. Okay. Which is really, really important. And then the last one here on page 3 is data and reporting. And this is really where the magic happens. So instead of guessing, like, what's working, your CRM actually collects and analyzes all this data for you. Okay. Who wants to sit there and pull all these numbers all the time, right? Your CRM system does this for you. Okay, that's why it's so important. It actually tells you what's converting, what's not, and where you can improve in all of your efforts. Okay. And here is really the bottom line, you guys, is that CRMs help you stop being the bottleneck in your business, your own business. Okay. And I know what it's like to be the bottleneck. I have been a bottleneck in my own business myself. And CRMs can actually help you to get away from that. And they also free up your brain space so you can actually focus on strategy and growth and on the things that are like money making activities and the things that you should be doing as a CEO instead of chasing tasks all day long. Okay. Because that's not any fun either. All right. And on page 4, so let's talk about why CRM automation really is such a game changer and why it's so important. There are really 3 big reasons that I want you to take away from today. All right. And from this workshop today. And it's efficiency, client management, and scalability. Okay. So number 1 here on page 4 is um, increased efficiency. You can write that in your notebook or on your in your workbook. Increased efficiency. So think about all of the repetitive tasks that you do every single day. You're sending follow-up emails, you're updating your client records, you're scheduling reminders. If somebody signs up for one of your own workshops or one of your events or something like that, they're going to get automated emails without you having to go to your email inbox and send those to one off, right? Wouldn't that be crazy? What if you had 100 people that signed up, right? You don't want to be sending off 100 different emails to all these folks, right? And that's why it's so important to think about all of those repetitive tasks that you do every single day. So who else feels like half of your day disappears into this kind of busy work? Is there anybody else? So drop me a raised hand emoji in the chat if that's you, okay? And I've got my grandpups right outside the door here. Now, imagine if all of that could just be handled for you automatically. Okay. And that's what we're talking about here. And that is really the power of CRM automation because it frees up hours of your time every single week. And not only that, it really reduces human error so that tasks are done right the first time and they're done right, every time. And they're really consistent. Okay. And the bottom line is that automation helps you work smarter and not harder, so you can actually spend your time where it really counts, like building relationships and growing your business and creating like creating your own content, or whatever it is that you do. All right. And number 2 is enhanced client management. So one of the things that I love the most about CRMs is how they keep you organized. Okay. And you don't have to really worry about it. So instead of digging through email chains or, again, sticky notes. I talk about sticky notes a lot because I've used them all over the place, right? But instead of doing that, everything lives in one central hub. Every client email is in there. Every project milestone is there. Every single detail is inside of there, right? And there's lots of different ways that you can, create this information and that you can create kind of like a storyline in your client's contact record, right? With tags and things like that. But that is so nice to have all of those details in one place. So this means that you can easily track where things stand, you can set follow-up reminders, and you can really personalize the way that you serve each client, okay, and make them feel special, right? Isn't that what we want? So tell me in the chat, you guys, would having all of your client information in one place take some stress off of your plate? So just type yes if you're already feeling some relief here, okay? I would like to know. Is anybody feeling any relief here? Okay, Sissy, how are you? Awesome. Thank you. Hello, Jonelle. Hello, my friend. Yes, awesome. Me too. I'm raising my hand here to you guys. So give me give me a hand raise emoji in the comments. All right. Okay. Because I felt relief the moment that I started using my CRM. Okay, and it took a lot of these things off my plate. So when clients feel like you're on top of things and they're and that you're paying attention to their needs, that really builds some loyalty and trust. And that's what makes people want to keep working with you long term. And it's a lot easier to keep clients long term than it is to go out and find new clients all the time. Okay. So keep that in mind as well. All right. So number 3 on page 4 is scalable growth. So as your business grows, things get more complex, right? You get more clients. Of course, you're going to have more projects, and there's definitely going to be some more moving pieces. And that's not a bad thing, because as you grow, these things are going to happen. That means that your business is doing well. But here is the truth: you can't scale on those sticky notes, right? Or your scattered spreadsheets. All right. And with CRM automation, we're talking about your onboarding, your invoicing. You got to get paid. That's what we're in business for, right? Your task management, because there's things that we have to do, right, to lead up to our big goals. This can all scale with you, okay? And you can take on more clients, and you can still deliver top notch services, and you can do that without burning out or hiring a huge team, okay? So I have a quick question for all of you. All right. So which of these 3 here on page 4? Okay. Which of these 3 would help you most right now? Saving time, managing clients better, or scaling your business? Okay. So pop your answer in the chat, because I'd love to see where you are. And I'm going to check the chat right now. Which one do you think? Doing great, Sissy. Doing great. Awesome. Yes, I see, Sissy. I see I see your emoji in there. Okay, guys. All right, I'm going to come back. Yes, Jeanette says yes. Awesome. Me too. Me too. All right. So again, when I talk about CRM automation, it's not just about just getting organized. Okay. It's really more about like creating freedom. And the freedom that I'm talking about is the freedom from the busy work, freedom from the overwhelm, and the freedom to really grow your business on your terms. Okay. Because it's going to help you to be able to scale, because you're not doing all the things manually over and over and over. Okay. Because don't they say when you keep doing the same things over and over and still getting the same results, what do they call that? They call that insanity, right, guys? Okay. All right. So now let's flip to page 5 in your workbook. And this is where we're going to talk about the bigger opportunity with CRM automation. Okay. Because there's actually a dual benefit here for virtual assistants. Okay. So this is for all of my VAs that are here in the workshop. Okay. So here is the thing: by learning this skill, you're not just making your business more efficient, but you're also creating a valuable service that you can offer your clients. Okay. So that is definitely a dual win. Wouldn't you agree? Oops, it just said I was back. I'm back online. All right. I don't know. Something just said that I was offline for a second, but I hope everybody's still here with me. All right. So in my opinion, that's definitely a dual win. All right. Because you streamline your own back end while you're also adding a new revenue stream by helping other business owners automate theirs. Right. So, and that's what I do. I have automated my back end, and now I help my clients with automation in their businesses. And I'm going to tell you right now why businesses need this tool. Okay. And there's lots of room for notes here. You can just put it in your notebook. But with the rise of all of these online businesses, and you guys, I think there's like 5.5 million. I'll tell you. I'll tell you in just a second. But automation has gone from being, oh, that's a nice to have, to being an absolute must. It really, really is an absolute must in today's day and age. Because I want to tell you this: did you know that in the US alone, over 543,000, something like that, new businesses are created every single month? These are online businesses. Okay. And these are just the statistics from the SBA.gov. So you can go look those up yourself. And there are more than 30 million small businesses operating right now. That is a massive number of entrepreneurs who need tools to help them manage and grow and scale without drowning in admin work. Wouldn't you agree? That's huge. So CRM automation tools really solve that problem. They take care of all that repetitive operational tasks so that all of us as business owners can focus on growth instead of just keeping the wheels turning. Okay. Because just staying in that hamster wheel doesn't help us take our businesses to the next level. Okay, so I'm going to do another quick check-in. So who here is already offering any kind of tech or back-end services to clients right now? Okay, if you're maybe a VA, you could be a service provider who's hopping in here. All right. So if you already offer any kind of tech or back-end services to your clients, type yes in the chat. Okay. Or no, if this is something that you would be really excited to add on. Or type a no if this is something that you want to add on to your own business, but you're not going to be offering it as a service, right? You might be a startup and you're going to use it in your own business so that you can automate all of your tasks. All right. And do all your follow-ups without you know, um, all of the overwhelm and without burning out, right? Because I'm telling you, you will burn out if you don't have some kind of system in place. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and check my comments again, ladies. Jeanette says saving time and client management. Absolutely. Saving time is huge. That's one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things is saving time. Okay. I'm a systems girl. I've been a systems girl forever, and systems and automation. Anything that I could figure out how to automate that would like save time on something. I've done it. I actually did it even with like during my employment when I worked for all of the companies that I worked for in the past. I found different ways of automating things way back when CRMs didn't even really know what they were, you know. um, Rosalie says managing clients. Absolutely. Janelle says continuous communication. Absolutely. Absolutely. You do need to reach out. You do need to have that communication going on a regular basis and be consistent, right, Janelle? So that you're out there. Um, and Janelle also says, I need a CRM from potential client completing the form to onboarding to contracts to payment. Yes, absolutely. Yes, Janelle. And I actually have that. I have that set up, and I have done that for some of my clients as well. And it's amazing because everything happens in the background. It's all in one workflow, right? So that, like, you don't have to say, okay, I just onboarded, like I just signed a new client, right? How exciting if you did too. And now I need them to fill out an intake form because I need to know about their business. I need them to sign a contract, right? I need to get them my link to my invoice, or I need to send them an invoice, or maybe you have a payment link that you can use over and over, which I highly advise that you look into because it makes it super easy. But that's all included in all of your workflow. Okay. So you're not sending these one-off emails. Yes. Janelle says yes. Absolutely. And Raga says yes too. And Sissy says, I need to start automating. Yes, you do, my friend. And I am the one that can help you with that, girl. So you got to DM me. Okay. All right. Awesome. You guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for, engaging in here and telling me, what you're excited about or what you need. Okay. Because when I hear from you what you need, that's how I can help you. Okay. Okay. So here's the opportunity. And this is for my VA friends or my service provider friends. Okay. When you master CRM automation, you don't just work smarter in your own business. Okay. Well, this is also for my entrepreneur friends too, but you also become more valuable to your clients, not only as a VA, but also as a small business owner. Even if you have a startup, you're going to become more valuable to your clients because you're not stuck doing all the admin stuff. Okay. It's set up in the background for you so that you can, take a breath and do what you started your business for, right? You're passionate about this business. So, and this is how you can actually stand out in a crowded market too, as a VA, as an entrepreneur, and you can grow your income too. All right. Because if you're focused on all these tasks that you can absolutely automate, you're spending time on non-income producing tasks. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go to page 6 together because this is where we're going to get into the practical side, like the actual tools, and all the steps that you'll be using to make this real. Okay. Because the only way that we can do this to make this real is to apply, right? And take action. So let's go over to page, let me see, was that page 6 or page 7? It's actually page 6. Okay. All right. So actually I am going to go. All right. I'm sorry. I think I might have gotten my pages mixed up, but I'm gonna take you over to page 7 right now in your workbook, you guys. Okay, so now we're going to look at the 3 most impactful CRM automation features that you're going to want to focus on. Okay, actually, let's go back over to page 6. All right, so I want to introduce you to the CRM that I use right now. Okay, and actually, a couple of my friends here on this workshop right now, I believe, may be on a similar platform or maybe on Social Connector. Okay. So Social Connector is basically a Go High Level platform. Okay. And Go High Level offers white labeling, right? So anyone can have a Go High Level agency and they can white label it and they can call it whatever they want. So I think my friend Sissy might be on Funnel Gorgeous or something like that. It's the same platform, just a different agency that's handling it, okay? Different owner of the agency, okay? But it has a lot of the same features. But I'm introducing you to Social Connector. That is my go high level home that I found probably about a year ago after I spent 2 years going hopping from platform to platform because they did not work for me. They were expensive and they did not have the features, and I had to have tons of different subscriptions, software subscriptions, but Social Connector includes tons and tons of features, so many that it's like, oh my gosh, like I'm so excited to dive into all of them. All right. So I think we're on page 6 right now. Okay. So this is what is Social Connector. Social Connector again is the go high level agency. Okay. And the dual benefits for virtual assistants, you guys, and I think we already talked about this, it was efficiency for my own business. And number 2 is a value add on for my clients. Okay. Because first of all, again, as a virtual assistant, you want to put these systems in place for yourself. Get your back end very, very organized. Start using some of these automated features, right? To help you get your own clients, first of all, and to keep you up to date and keep your skills up to date. Okay, so that's efficiency for your own business. Number 2 is the value add on for your clients. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if you have a client and then all of a sudden your client's like, your client is just really, really overwhelmed. They do not have any systems in place, or maybe they don't have a CRM, right? Imagine you learn this for yourself, right? And now you can help your client with that. Okay. That makes your services 10 times more valuable, 10 times more valuable to your clients. All right. Which also would not be unreasonable to allow you to increase your rates because you have higher skills. Okay. You don't just have inbox management, or you're not just doing like calendar management. Okay. CRM and automation, you guys, is big, all right? Because it helps everyone save time. It helps you save time with your client work, so then you can focus on other things for your client. You could help them with business strategy. Who knows, right? Can you imagine how they would feel about that? I know I would be really, really impressed with my VA if that happened. And then number 3 is affiliate opportunities. Okay. There are affiliate opportunities through Social Connector because once you have your CRM in place, right? You sign up for this is what I did. I signed up for Social Connector. I got all of my back end in place. That allowed me to offer digital products, courses. I've been able to do affiliate marketing with them. And I have been able to learn all of these skills and package them. So now when I bring my new clients on, if they don't have a system, I introduce them to Social Connector. And when I introduce them, I actually get an affiliate commission. Is that not amazing? So that's like your second stream of income. That's like a second stream of income automatically with your VA business because you are offering Go High Level or Social Connector to your client, and then you can use your services to help them set it up. Okay, so how amazing is that? Isn't that something? All right, so again, it's dual benefit for virtual assistants because you're getting your own system set up. You're getting yourself organized because you need to learn how to do that first before you can help clients. Then you promote it to your clients, and then you have your affiliate opportunities. Okay. I get so excited about this, you guys. Okay. So let's go on to page number 7 in your workbook. And this is where we're going to look at the most. Let me see. Yes, the top 3 features of Social Connector. Okay. Um, these are really the most impactful automation features that you're going to want to focus on first. Okay. So number 1 is client management. Okay. You can write that in if you have a pen or whatever on your notebook. Client management. So how can this save me time, right? And also to make this stick, I'm actually going to have you do an interactive exercise. Okay. So as we go through each feature, I want you to jot down in your workbook how that feature could actually save you time or improve your outcomes for your clients. Okay. How is that going to do that? Just a simple sentence or two, just keep it simple, or just think in your head. If you're not writing it down, I really encourage that you write it down, but if you can't, that's okay. Just think about that in your head. Okay. So number 1, again, is client management. So with Social Connector, you can actually store all of your client information in one place. You can have your communication history, all of your tasks, your timelines. No more messy spreadsheets. No more digging through email chains. Okay, that takes you way too much time, and it's very, very, very stressful. Okay, so the impact for you here is automated tasks and tracking, and reminders. Automated task tracking and reminders means that nothing slips through the cracks. Okay. You really are going to look more professional and you're going to stay organized. And I cannot tell you the feeling that you have when you have all of this information just in one place. You don't have to look in all these different places with emails and DMs and all those, because actually all of your conversations are in Social Connector. That includes DMs and emails and all of that good stuff. Okay, because you can hook it up to your social media. Crazy. So you can click on a contact record and you can see all of your conversations, not just emails. I'm telling you, it is something else. So that was the impact for you. Now the impact for your clients here is that you can actually offer them this same level of organization in their businesses, right? And that makes you, more than just a VA. It kind of makes you like a systems partner. Okay. And that's what I like to refer to myself, to my clients. I am actually a partner in their business. I am trying to make, their business run better so that everything's more efficient and they make more money, and they're focusing on money making activities. Okay. How fun is that? All right, you guys. So go ahead and write down this. How could having all of your client information in one place save you time or tons of stress right now? How could that save you time? Okay. Just think about that. Okay. I know for me, it means that I can take on more work. I can help my client again with strategy stuff. Right. And then when I like offer that strategy stuff, they'll be like, oh my gosh, this girl really knows what she's doing. Right. It's crazy. So think about that for yourself too. And once you've written something, do me a favor, you guys. Would you just drop one word in the chat that describes how it would feel? Okay. How would that feel for you? Would it be, I don't know, peaceful, relief, focus, less stress? All right. So let me just take a look here in the chat and see what you guys think about this. Any relief? Relief. You can focus on more things. You can offer higher level support. Okay. Tell me in the chat, you guys. All right. Okay. So number 2 is sales funnels. Okay. You can write that in, sales funnels. So funnels in Social Connector, actually just what they do is they let you capture leads. Okay. And then they let you nurture them. They help you to nurture them, and they help convert them into paying clients. And they do this all automatically. Okay. We didn't start these businesses as a hobby, right? We need to have paying clients. So, the leads are great, but if you're not taking care of your leads, you're not nurturing them, and you're not converting them into paying clients, you don't have the money rolling in, and you don't have a business. Okay. So the impact for you for these sales funnels is, instead of chasing leads or, remembering to follow up, your funnel actually works in the background. Okay. And that frees you up again for the higher value tasks. Okay. The money making stuff. And then your impact for your clients, for your sales funnels, is just imagine being able to say to a client, hey, you know what? I can build you a system that brings in leads and follow-ups and follow-ups actually with the clients while you sleep. Can you imagine that? That actually makes you indispensable. Seriously. So what I want you to do for number 2 is just write down what it would mean for your business if your leads came in consistently without you doing manual follow-ups. Okay. And share your answer in the chat with just a short phrase. Like, what would that mean? More clients, again, less stress, steady income. Okay. And then we're going to keep moving along here, right? Because we're halfway through the workshop, you guys, and I want to make sure that I get you out on time, because I'm respectful of your time as well. So number 3 is email marketing automation. Okay. So with Social Connector, you can actually create and schedule your email campaigns that all run on autopilot. This can be onboarding emails. All right. Janelle was talking about setting up her onboarding stuff. Okay. Really, really important to save you a lot of time and a lot of stress and headaches. Nurture sequences. Okay. And promotions as well. Right. All without hitting send manually every single time, because you're setting it up on the back end from the start. Okay. It's an amazing feeling. And, like a lot of times when you see your emails going out and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot that I sent that out. It's like, ooh, pat yourself on the back, because this stuff is happening in the background, which means you're on autopilot. Okay. So for email marketing, excuse me, for your email marketing automation, the impact for you is, really just that you stay stay top of mind with your audience or your clients, right? Because they're getting your emails, but you're also not change your inbox. Okay. Inbox is a whole nother ball of wax, right? And we don't want to be changed to that. And then the impact for your clients here, you guys, is that you can offer them the same consistent professional communication with their audience that helps build the trust and drives their sales. And that's really what it boils down to. Okay. So for number 3, what I want you to do is just jot this down. What's one way that automated emails could make your business or your clients run smoother? Okay. So If you had automated emails running in the background, let's say, what's one thing that you would do with that extra time? What's one thing that you would do with that extra time? Would it be creating new content, creating new offers, having, building relationships with potential clients? Okay, I'm going to just check the chats and see. Less stress for Sissy. Yes, absolutely. Rega, definitely less stress. Jeanette, want to focus on growing the business. This will be a huge help. Yes, absolutely. Without you being chained to your inbox. Okay. It's all about setting those systems up in the beginning and creating things that are going to give you time to focus on the things that you really love to do, right? Depending on what you do. Like we all have different businesses, maybe different services. And maybe you even have products, right? But maybe it's creating new products. Or maybe it's finding I don't know, finding new ways to deliver the services you have. Okay, but it's going to free you up to do other things. All right, it's just so important, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, you guys. So these three features right here: the client management, the funnels, and the email automation here on page 7 really are the backbone of the CRM automation. Okay, and if you master these, then you've already set yourself apart as a virtual assistant or an entrepreneur who can really deliver serious results. Okay, so these are the 3 top features of Social Connector that I really like to talk about. Okay, all right. So page number 8. Just if you guys just want to flip here, I also have this on the screen for you. And this is where things really are going to get more practical. Okay. We're talking about daily operations and we're talking about funnels. Okay. So, number 1 is daily operations. So, one of the really hardest parts of running a VA business or any business really is staying on top of all the little things that have to happen, the follow ups, the reminders, the client communications, right? Posting on social, whatever. It doesn't matter. There's tons of little tasks, little that keep you busy. Okay. But with Social Connector, you can automate all of this. So just imagine this. After a client meeting, automatic follow-ups are scheduled to go out at set intervals. Okay. Like you can drip them out. Okay. And that's just in a workflow. You look professional. You are staying top of mind with these folks, right? You don't want them to forget about you after you just had a nice meeting with them. And you didn't even have to touch your keyboard for this all to happen. Okay. Because you had it set up on the front end. Okay. And with task tracking inside of Social Connector, you'll really never need to know, never wonder like who needs what. Okay. Um, like you won't need those sticky notes again. You won't forget what to do. Okay. So inside of Social Connector, especially with in the opportunity pipeline. So Sissy, I know that you're using Go High Level as well. In the opportunity pipelines, you can actually add tasks. You can add tasks that are attached to contact records. Okay. So cool. It doesn't really replace project management, but you can create tasks and you can assign due dates on those and you can attach them to the contact records, which is so cool. All right. So I'm kind of going down a rabbit hole, but I love it so much. And there's so many things that you can do with it. But anyway, so the end result here is there's more time for client work or for growth, or I don't know, even just enjoying a cup of coffee, right? Without feeling behind. Okay. So if you guys have follow-up reminders and ran on autopilot, your follow-ups and all of your reminders and things like that. Let's think about this. What one thing would you do that freed up your time? All right. What's one thing that you would do that freed up your time? So to drop it in the chat for me. Okay. All right. Next up, we're going to talk about sales funnels. Okay. So sales funnel setup. And don't worry about this. I'm really going to keep this one super simple. Okay. A funnel basically is just it's just a step-by-step path. Okay. Like, so you go from so you take your client from finding you, right, to learning more about you, and then to becoming your client. Okay. Because clients want to know, like, and trust you before they're going to pay you for your time or your services. Okay. So with Social Connector, there's actually 3 steps. Okay. The first one is to capture your leads with a landing page template. Okay. So, and Jeanette, I believe that you and I did that on one of your pages, right? We talked about that. That's where people give you their email address for something in exchange for that. Okay. And then you nurture them with an automated email sequence. So you don't have to be tied to your inbox. You're not sending out all these emails one at a time, right? They're going out automatically in the background. Okay. And then you close the deal with automatic reminders if they haven't booked yet. Okay. And the best part is that you can track all of this on your dashboard, on your CRM dashboard, your social connector dashboard, so you know what's working and what needs a tweak. And it's just amazing. You can see all the numbers when your dashboard starts lighting up. You're going to be like, "Oh my gosh, things are really happening!" And I love it. It's so fun. It really is like having a marketing assistant working in the background 24/7. Okay, so that is actually how Social Connector can save you time, and it helps you bring in new clients. And on the next page, you guys, we're going to be talking about offering these systems as a service to your clients. Now, of course, this is for my VAs and my service providers, but solopreneurs, I still want you to stick around, okay? Because this is important, for you too, because everything that I teach here, you can implement into your own business. Okay, so we are going on to, let's see. We are going to go on to, did we just talked about that, right? Yes. So we're going on to page 9. So, and this is where we're going to kind of shift gears a little bit, okay? And we're going to talk about how Social Connector isn't just for your business; it's also a tool that you can offer as a service to your clients, okay? And again, for VAs and service providers, but it's still important for entrepreneurs, okay? So number one is client onboarding. This is on page 9, you guys. Client onboarding. So one of the biggest pain points, and Janelle was just talking about this. I need to get my client onboarding set up, right? One of the biggest pain points for business owners is the client onboarding. It's getting the client the contract signed and sending out the welcome emails and assigning tasks and just keeping everything all organized. So with Social Connector, you can actually automate this entire process, and you can do it in just a few clicks, okay? And there's going to be no more back and forth emails or missteps or here, sign the contract. Okay, great. You signed the contract. Now here's my invoice, whatever, right? I mean, and doing everything one at a time and separately, okay? Because um, you know, uh in an automated sequence, basically what happens is your client signs the contract, the system sends them the welcome email, and then the tasks are all assigned automatically. And you can even include your invoice or your invoice link. Okay. So that saves you tons of time. And you know what? It also makes your client, it makes your client look more professional in front of their clients as well. Okay. And guess who's they're going to thank for it? That's going to be you. All right. So number 2 is client sales funnels. This is another way that you can bring value. It's by setting up your sales funnels for your clients. Okay. So instead of them worrying about where their next lead is coming from, you can actually create a funnel that captures the leads. And entrepreneurs, that's why I said this is important for you too. Okay. Because you can do this for yourself, or you can hire a VA to do this as well when the time is right, or if the time is right. But so you can capture those leads, and then you nurture them again with the automated emails. And maybe you can send them guides, guide them, right? Toward buying, okay? And that's what the nurturing is doing. It's really guiding them, okay? And this really positions you, ladies, as more than just a virtual assistant, okay? And virtual assistant is kind of a loose term, right? Because now, again, you're a strategic partner that is helping to grow their business. And when you can help a client generate consistent leads and sales, again, it makes you so indispensable because that's what they're looking for. Can you imagine being like it makes you a part of their sales team, okay? So here's a quick win for you, okay? Think of one client that you already work with, okay, who could benefit from Social Connector, okay? Maybe it's someone who struggles to follow up their leads, or someone who doesn't have an onboarding system in place, okay? Um, or maybe their business is just a mess. Maybe it is sticky notes and a bunch of spreadsheets, okay? But think of someone, or maybe you don't have a client yet. Maybe you know of some people who are looking for a VA whose business is a mess. Okay, so think of that. And what I want you to do is I want you to flip to the exercise here in the workbook and just maybe jot down their name if you can think of someone. All right, okay, because I want you to keep that top of mind. All right, and then I want you to take this a step further too. Okay, I want you to write a 1-sentence pitch that you could use with someone. So what I'm saying is something like, um, I can help you automate your client communication so that you spend less time on your following up with them and more time growing your business. Okay, something like that. All right. So if you do have a client in mind, drop me some kind of emoji in the chat, like a check mark. Don't give me any names or anything like that, but just drop me some. You know what? Drop me fire. Drop me some fire in the chat. Okay, and I'm gonna check my my comments here. Give me some fire in the chat if you have someone in mind. Even if maybe it's not a client, maybe you're not a VA or a service provider, but you have a client in mind who needs your services and who would benefit, because if you have your CRM system set up, you are able to focus more on their client work. Jeanette says yes. Amazing. Fantastic, you guys. All right. Okay, so we have 15 minutes left. I was going to show you another slide presentation, but I think I'm gonna just I'm gonna skip that for today. It just shows you everything that Social Connector has in it, but I'm gonna be giving you a link at the end anyway, and you can actually go onto their site so you can see all of the benefits that you get from that one platform. Okay, um, because I want to be mindful of all of your time. All right, but so I do want to move to page. Let me see what page 9. All right. I'm going to let you take a look at all of those features in there. Okay. But I do want to do a visualization exercise with you. Okay. So I want you to, you know what, just close your eyes for a moment and picture this. I want you to picture that your follow-ups and your reminders are happening automatically. Okay. You're not sitting there. You're not sitting there tied to your desktop. Okay. I want you to imagine your clients feel supported with really smooth onboarding and all of their communications. I also want you to envision your sales funnel is working in the background and bringing you in leads while you're focusing on high value work. And I'm talking about income producing activities, which you should be doing as the CEO of your business. Okay. How does that actually feel? And what could you do with that extra time and that extra energy? Okay. So, what I want you to do now is on page 10 is write down one way you envision your business improving with Social Connector. Okay. Maybe it's freeing up hours. Maybe it's managing clients more easily. Maybe it's generating more leads for your business, right? Because we need leads that turn into customers in order to get paid. And that's what we're in business for. If we're not getting paid for our services, then we don't have a business, we have a hobby, right? So I want you to envision all of this. Okay. And do me a favor too. So drop one word in the chat that really sums up what this vision would mean for you. Okay. Maybe it's growth, or maybe it's peace, or it could be freedom too. Okay. And then number 2 here on page 10 is a commitment statement. Okay. I really want to turn the vision that we just talked about, this visualization, say that 3 times fast, exercise that we just did here. I want you to, turn this into a commitment statement. So I want you to commit to implementing at least one feature in the next week that's going to save you your sanity. It's going to save you from chaos. It's going to give you peace. It's going to give you more time to focus on high value tasks. Okay. And write down the feature that you're going to start with. Okay. It could be automated follow-ups. It might be a simple funnel or an onboarding system. And then jot down the very first step that you're going to take in order to do that. Okay. Maybe it's signing up for Social Connector, the 14-day trial. Maybe you already have the system, and you're gonna go and you're gonna create a simple funnel. Okay. And I want you to remember that transformation doesn't come just from learning. Okay. It comes from implementing. It comes from taking action, and that's why it's really, really important to visualize, but it's also important to commit to yourself and to take action. So number 3 is client introduction. Okay, there's one more step here. And so I want you to think of one client on your roster who could benefit from Social Connector. Okay. And then I want you to jot down their name and take that a little bit further. Write down a 1-sentence pitch. It's something like, hey, you know what? I found an amazing tool that can automate all of our follow-ups. It could automate our client management, and it can, and even automate all of our sales funnels. It's going to save you time, and it's going to help you scale. Okay. And this is how you start turning automation into a new income stream for yourself, by showing your clients value, by showing them this system. And when they sign up under Social Connector, you're receiving a residual monthly amount for that. Okay. By helping another business get automated and to be less stressed out. Isn't that crazy? To me, that is like that's like a domino effect, and that's why I love what I do so much, okay? Because not only am I keeping my business, automated and organized, I'm helping others do that, and that is my big, huge passion, okay? So I just wanna check the comments to see how everybody is feeling right now. You guys, how are you all feeling? Oh, Jeanette's Rega says, "I can't see my fire emoji." That's okay, that's alright. Janelle, can you provide the link for Social Connector? Absolutely, I will get that to you in just a couple seconds, okay? Actually, Rega, I'm gonna ask you to pull the Social Connector link and go ahead and put that in the comments, okay, for Janelle. Janelle, it's amazing. And Janelle, by the way, I just want to tell you this very quickly. Social Connector is amazing. The owner of Social Connector is amazing. His name is Jeremy. He does office hours every Tuesday and Thursday, so you can hop on with questions. I am also always in the back end of my hub, the training hub. I'm doing trainings on Social Connector all the time to help everyone, and those trainings are all free because I want to help you guys elevate your businesses too. Jeanette says freedom, freedom. I absolutely love it, and I so resonate with that. I so resonate with that. I'm so excited. Okay, um, so now that you guys have made a personal commitment to yourselves, right? And maybe you've thought of a client who would benefit from Social Connector, or who could benefit from you as an entrepreneur having Social Connector so that you can focus on your service work, right? We're going to move into the final section where we're going to tie all of this together, okay? And we're going to go to I think it's page 11. Is it page 11? Yes. All right. So on page 11, we're talking about one of my favorite parts is, and this is how you can actually make money with Social Connector. Okay. Because there's an affiliate opportunity. We were just talking about it. All right. So number one, write that down, affiliate opportunity. When you share Social Connector with your clients, you're actually earning a recurring monthly commission for every client who signs up through your link. Okay. That's ongoing passive income just for recommending a tool that you already love and you use. So imagine a handful of your clients on Social Connector. That's like a nice little side income coming in every single month. Okay. And by the way, because I didn't share my other slideshow because I'm running out of time, um, I moved one of my huge clients over to Social Connector, you guys. I did an expense audit for her. She had all of these different tools that she was using. You would not believe what I saved her every year. I I ended up saving her $11,000 per year by moving her from multiple platforms over to Social Connector. Okay, and that's what her platform is now. Amazing. That's what I did for my client. Can you imagine helping your client save that much? I mean, it brings me joy to help entrepreneurs, you know, it helps their bottom line. Okay. Not only is Social Connector going to help them with sales and leads and automating and saving time, um, but it's also going to help them with their expenses, their overhead, right? Oh, that's what it's all about. I love it so much. Okay. So I'm going to do a quick poll, you guys. If you could even add, let's just even say 200 extra bucks a month in affiliate income, would that feel exciting to you? I know it does to me. Tell me in the chats, would that feel exciting to you? And would you be happy with an extra $200 just from sharing that, right? That's not even including your service work. Okay. I would be so excited. You're so welcome. Yes. Yep. And Rega, I just want to make sure that you're still on here and that you are going to provide that link to Social Connector for me, my friend. And let me see if I can grab that. Let me see if I can grab that for you real quick. Uh, let me, I'm going to look here. Well, Raga's going to post that, but I'll still look for it. Okay. If she hasn't posted it by the time I get through this page, then I'll grab that for you, Janelle. Okay, my friend. All right. So you guys, number 2 is service bundling. So the second way to increase your revenue is through service bundling. Okay. Right here on page 2. So if you already manage emails or client relationships for a client, right, you can actually bundle Social Connector setup for what you offer. And I'm going to give you an example. So you could offer maybe onboarding systems as part of your package, right? Maybe your client doesn't have their onboarding system set up. You can create a package to offer to them, okay? Or you can set up automated funnels and you can manage the process inside of Social Connector. Okay, because since you already have Social Connector, right, and you know it because you set it up for your business, now you can help your clients with it. And this not only adds a value to your service, but it also gives you a natural upsell, right? You're not just doing admin work, you're actually building revenue generating systems. And this is what I love so much about this whole process. Okay, so let me give you an example from um, one of my clients. Okay, and actually, I already gave you that one. Um, that was the client that I saved $11,000 a year. Okay, and that's because we eliminated tons of other software subscriptions. And here's the kicker too, is that the automations made her business run so much smoother. Um, and again, she now sees me as a rock star for simplifying her systems and saving her money. Okay. And that's the kind of VAs that I love to train. It's the rock star VAs who are really want to make a difference in this world, right? And I specialize in helping women entrepreneurs. That's just my passion. And when I can help them succeed, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. Okay, you guys. So now that you have seen the income opportunities here, we have affiliate commissions, we have bundling our work, right? And real world results. On the next page, we're going to start pulling this all together. Okay. Um, so let me just go to page 12. And this is just going to be a quick uh, checklist for you to get started. Okay. You can look through this yourself because you have the workbook, but I'll go through it very quickly. So if you already have a CRM system, you know what? That is perfectly fine. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But stick with what works for you. But of course, you know what my story is, right? So before Social Connector, I tried all of it. I tried MailChimp, Aweber, oh my gosh, Podia, System.io, and none of them compared at all to the value and the functionality that I found in Go High Level and Social Connector. And it took me about 4 tries before I finally found my home here with Social Connector. And once I made that switch, I never looked back. And that is why I'm so confident in recommending this to you. All right. And it's not just a theory because I've lived through the overwhelming experience of hopping from platform to platform, and I know what it's like when you finally find the right one. Okay. So if you're curious to see more or connect with others using the platform, I definitely invite you to check out the Social Connector Facebook group as well. They have their own Facebook group as well, Janelle. All right, and I'm in that, as well as several of my colleagues. Okay, because that's what he offers. So you can go in there and you'll get support and inspiration and just be in there with a community of like-minded people who are using Social Connector. And then you can ask them questions because they use it in different ways and they might have different ideas. Okay. And that's where you're going to find the training, community support, and you really are going to see firsthand how other VAs and entrepreneurs are using Social Connector in their own businesses. All right. Some people are using tons more features. Okay. And that's okay. Right. So I do have the link to that. So I'm going to give you the link, Janelle, to, let me see if I can find this for you. I'm going to go to page. Okay. The sign up link, Janelle, is for the free trial. And I'll grab that for you, my friend. Let me see if I have that down here in my notes. Okay. There's the link. This link, I'm going to copy the link address and I'm going to post that for you. All right. Hold on one sec. All right, you guys. I also have the link to the Facebook group as well. The Facebook group is amazing. Again, they have the office hours twice a week. You can go ask any question that you want, right? Let me just go see here. Thank you for your patience with me, my friends, Okay, so I'm going to provide the link to my friend Janelle. Say okay. There's that. You betcha. You are so welcome. So that is my link. Okay, you guys. So you can go check out Social Connector. You have 14 days. You can sign up with it. You can play around with it. Decide if you like it. It didn't take me long. It didn't take me long to decide that that's where I wanted to be. All right. So there is the link. And then I also have the Facebook group that I want to show you where that Facebook group is, which is back on this page, I think. Did I show you the Facebook group over here? Oh, yes, you can join the Social Connector community. I just don't have, oh, look at, and here's the Social Connector as well, you guys. So you can go to automationdivas.com/social connector or the link that I just gave you in the comments, okay? Then I want you to watch the intro video when you get into that community. Okay. And then you can set up your first automation. Also join the social connector community. And that is the one that, let me see if I can find that for you. So it's easy to find. Hop into that community, you guys. Okay. See what's going on in there. Don't just take it from me, right? Go on in there, see what people are doing. And Janelle, here is the group to join social connectors. Okay. I just posted that link as well, and that is actually the Facebook group, the main Facebook group that everyone is in for all of those social connector users. And there's lots of support in there. All right, and then so on the page 12, I want you to prepare to introduce a social connector to your clients. Okay, that would be the next step. This is the getting started checklist. Okay, you guys on page 12. Then page 13, just keep going through there. Sign up with Social Connector, create your new client profile, automate your client follow-ups, build a basic sales funnel, and track your progress. Okay, because once your automations are live, you can monitor all of your client interactions and your task completions and and your lead generations all from your dashboard in Social Connector. Okay, it does make it so much easier. All right, and then number 3 is your client introductions, how you're going to pitch Social Connector to your clients. Okay, you're going to go through this simple checklist. All right, you're going to tell them that you're going to automate their business, that you're going to improve their client relationships, you're going to be offering efficiency and growth. All right, because this tool not only streamlines operations but also gives you detailed overview of what's working in your business so that you can make informed decisions. We should be making informed decisions in our businesses, you guys. All right, and then of course there's the affiliate opportunity to share. Okay, so that you can create commissions. Isn't that amazing that it's actually a second income stream, right? A second income stream. Because we should be thinking about our businesses. We should be thinking about building these multiple revenue streams. Okay. And then on page 15, I'm almost done here, you guys, so I can get you out on time here. But if you're ready to go deeper into this, all right, because we've covered today a lot about CRM automation and how it can save you hours and simplify the way that you build you run your business. Okay. But here is the thing. Knowing about it and actually setting up are two totally different things. And I totally understand that. I totally get that. So if you've been putting off getting your CRM in place because it feels overwhelming or it's just too techy, you're definitely not alone. I've been there too. All right. Because I had to set up mine from the beginning. And I hear this all the time. I know I need a CRM, but I know I should have automations, but I don't even know where to start. So that is exactly why I created a brand new course. It's called CRM Kickstart. It's an affordable course. And what it is basically it's the easiest way to finally get your first form and your first funnel and your first automated email set up without drowning in tech overwhelm. Okay. Once you get your social connector account set up, this would be your best next step right here. Okay. And the way that it works is inside Kickstart, I'm going to walk you through everything step by step. You'll literally watch me click through and see how I set things up. And then you'll do it for yourself as you're following along. Okay. Because once you do it for yourself and you learn that, then you can offer it to clients. All right. So what you're going to walk away with CRM Kickstart is by the end, you're not going to just understand what a CRM can do, but you'll actually have it running in your business. Okay. It's going to get you up and running. And honestly, I think you're going to find this pretty fun. Okay. Because it feels so good when you click a button and watch your system start doing the heavy lifting for you. It really does. All right, you guys. So I think we're just about done here, but because you have showed up live today and you're still here right now, you're also going to get access to all of my exclusive bonuses. Especially when you join CRM at Kickstart. All right. All the details are right here inside of your workbook. So if you didn't register for today's workshop, you may have not have gotten the workbook because that came with all the registration stuff. It came in your emails and stuff. All right. So here is your next step is to click the button right here. This says click to join CRM Kickstart. Okay. Do that right now. And let's finally get your systems working for you. Okay. So that you can actually focus on growing your business and serving your clients or just reclaiming some of your time back. Okay. So I just want to say thank you again for spending this time with me today. You've already taken the first step just by showing up here today. And I'm so proud of you. Okay. It's amazing. And I just want to make sure that you keep this momentum going by putting these systems into action. okay? Because you can do all the learning and all the watching that you want, but if you don't take action, you're not going to have your systems set up, all right? Even if it feels scary, okay? And then I think that is it. Let me see if there's anything else that we've got going on here. Oh, yes, we do. So, all right, friends. So before we wrap all this up and I send you off on your day, I just want to, again, just say thank you for sticking around to the end with me, okay? Because you've actually shown up for yourself and for your business, all right? And I'm so excited what's next for you. And because you stayed here until the end, I've got something very special for you. And this is on page 16. You guys go grab all of your bonuses, please, okay? And also, if you're still here with me, drop I'm still here in the chat. So, we know that we can send these your way, okay? We'll actually send these links to you. All right. Um, so the bonuses are all right here. You get your 14 free day trial to check out Social Connector. Okay. And then you get 30 days of free access to my vault, which has trainings and templates. And actually it has 2 group coaching calls uh, every single month. So we get one-on-one on Zoom. So if you're interested in the vault, you get 30 days free access. You can check it out. If you love it, you can stay. If not, you can do whatever you want. All right. And then, I also have the Ultimate Secrets to Email Marketing Success, which is perfect for today's workshop. It shows you how to do your email marketing. It really gets you started, okay? And also, you guys, these are limited time offers just for the workshop today, okay? So if you're ready to take your business to the next level, really, seriously, take some action today, okay? Because, I can lead you, I can tell you all the things here today, but if you don't take action, then you're going to stay stuck right on the hamster wheel. And I don't want that to happen for your business. Okay. So again, you can sign up for Social Connector here. You can actually get started today and get yourself on your way. All right. And all of these, you guys, all of these tools are really designed to give you immediate wins. Okay. So you're not just learning today, right? Like you're walking away with these are all tools that you can start using right away, right today. Okay. And I want you to remember this, okay? This right here, what we did today is just the beginning, okay? So if you're ready to actually set up your first form, your funnel, okay, which is so much fun. Wait till you see your first funnel and all of your automated email without all of the tech overwhelm. That's exactly why I created CRM Kickstart. Okay. And you're going to find all the details about joining right here inside the workbook. So go ahead and grab your bonuses by commenting below. Comment, I'm still here if you're still here. Okay. And then I want you to take the next step into CRM Kickstart. Okay. That's where you're going to go from learning to actually doing. You're going to be taking action. You're going to be setting up your system. You're going to be setting up your system for your own business so you can get your own clients. Maybe you want to add another stream of revenue on. Maybe you want to create digital products. I don't know. Maybe you want to be a coach. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe whatever stream of income that you want to add onto your business, right? How exciting is that? Okay. But I'm going to be guiding you every step of the way through CRM Kickstart. And plus, when you join CRM Kickstart, you'll also have access to my free training hub where all the beautiful things are inside of there. There's like a learning center and a classroom, and it's just amazing. And it's all free. Like I charge nothing for it. Okay. And I think that's a bit. So again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. This was so much fun. And before we really officially wrap up, I just want to talk about your next steps. Okay. So step 1, and this is on the very, very last page of your workbook. Okay. So join our free community, all right? Because that's where all the good stuff is happening. I'm posting in there all the time and adding tidbits in there. I go live every single week with a series giving you tips and bringing back a lot of information that I'm learning in my own business, all right? And it's also where you're going to find ongoing support and extra resources. And this is all a group of women on the same journey as all of us, okay? And step number 2 is to really simplify those systems, okay? And this is where you're going to just start eliminating all those extra tools that we talked about. The tools that I told you that I got my own client away from, and I saved her $11,000 a year, and now she finally runs everything in one place. It's just, I can't even tell you, okay? And then step number 3 is when you're really ready to whip your business into shape. You're going to find right here is you're going to find on advanced trainings and things like this. And this is where you get the 30 days of free access to this just from being here today. If you're still here right now. Okay. So if you're still here right now, please comment below because I'm going to go grab your name and I'm going to add you to my vault. All right. And the vault is normally, it's a paid membership, but you're going to get that free for 30 days just for staying here to the end today. Okay. All right. So I think that's about it, you guys. So, You have your workbook. If you don't have the workbook yet, make sure that you comment below too, okay? Because all of the bonuses are in the workbook too, okay? And then I really think that's about it for today. All right. So I can't wait to see you inside the free training hub in our Facebook group and inside the CRM Kickstart where you can build your first funnel. Okay. And it's very affordable, you guys. It's just it's a beautiful next step and it's so easy to say yes. And I'm actually gonna stop. Let me see. I am gonna stop. Where am I? I think I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can see all of your beautiful faces, or you can see my face. I don't know. How do I stop? How do I stop this? I go here, stop sharing screen. Here I am. All right, you guys. And I do want you to remember something. I wrote this on my board this morning just for today. I think it might be backwards, but I want you to remember this. And I say this all the time. Your systems are your superpower. They really are. That is like my new motto. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions at all, you can DM me. You can email me at jody@jodymarvin.com. If you join my free training hub, you can chat me inside of there 24/7. You can come into the Facebook lounge. The lounge is more like a little, it's like a little hangout. And the free training hub is more where we have all the trainings, all the free trainings and stuff. Okay. So I can't wait to see you in all of the things. I'm so excited that you were here today. And again, reach out to me if you have any questions, if you need any of the bonuses, or if you have any questions about setting up your CRM system. Okay. Thanks again for being here. And remember, you guys, your systems are your superpower, and I will see you soon. Bye.